today we have a messy back-end question submitted by one of our listeners. He says, I am a social media challenged and need advice to get my Facebook ads growing my business. Any advice?
One of the things we do in our agency is we really focus on strategy, not on tactics, because if you have a strategy, then it's less messy because tactics can really mess you up. And I think listening to all of the, everybody's got advice these days and like, do this and change this bidding and do this targeting. It can really screw you up. So first and foremost, strategy. Take a deep breath and think about what you're doing. Start with the end in mind. What is it that you're trying to do? Okay. So, and this is any marketing, but this is how we build out all of our social ads. Think about what the offer is. Think about where you want to take people, and then start backing up from there in terms of what kind of information would people need to consume in order to get one step closer to actually purchasing. It's kind of like going to a singles bar. You think you're going to like hook up on the first night? You actually have to build a relationship with your potential prospects by building up trust. People do business with people they know, like, trust, and at the zero moment of truth, they remember. And so you use things like engagement content, great videos, educational pieces, but it doesn't matter what you're doing. There's some kind of content you can put in front of people before you ask them to marry you, before you ask them to like do that can help warm them up to make that purchase. And there was a time that Facebook ads were incredibly lucrative, and they still are, don't get me wrong, but it's getting harder and harder. And so if you're going to use it to grow your business, which I think you should, there are very few businesses that should ignore using paid ads. You just have to have a strategy before you just try to slap it up. And here's the thing, you spend all this time on your offer, you spend all this time on your website and your email flows, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to run ads, and you grab a stock photo of somebody's cat, and it's like, it's like your brain shut off when you got to the part to promote your business. Right. I see that happen all the time. So make sure you put as much thought and energy into the strategy of actually promoting yourself as you did with building everything up until that point. And that will help. What's the journey, right? What's the sales cycle and what's the customer journey? Is your sales cycle, does it take 8 months for somebody to convert to a customer? If that's the case, slapping up an ad today is not going to get you results. You have to really think that through. And if it is long, then you need more touch points.
Nate and I kind of started into marketing at similar times. When we first kind of got started in marketing, it was like, get my free thing, and bam, they were in your funnel. And like you said, 7 touches. It's now, I think, over 13.
2020. The average adult sees almost 500 marketing messages every single day. Shocking, isn't it?
A day? 500 a day.
A day.
Well, I believe it.
This is where Gary Vaynerchuk is brilliant in his whole jab, 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 right hook. Give before you ask. It's how we've scaled our biggest client from $1,500 a month in ad spend to you're going to spend about $600,000.